The head of the United Nations set to attend a controversial summit next week in Iran, despite the fact that the United States and Israel are saying, please don't do it. The UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon says he plans to use the visit to address concerns including terrorism and Iran's disputed nuclear program. But analysts say it'll be a tough crowd.
This is going to be a festival of hate, a glorification of anti-Semitism. By its very nature, the UN is inclusive, so it means it legitimizes the worst elements in the international system. And Ban Ki-moon will go to Tehran and he'll say these mealy-mouthed statements, but he's going to be drowned out by the mullahs, who are much better at getting attention.
A spokesman says the United Nations chief is fully aware of the sensitivities of this visit, but maintains that not going would be a missed opportunity. This comes amid growing tension between Israel and Iran and talk of a possible military conflict. And now there's a new report that claims Israel is, quote, determined to attack Iran before the United States elections. Now, we can't independently confirm that report, but it's coming out of Israel, and the Fox Sports chief correspondent Jonathan Hunt is with us now. Any way to tell whether this is a real threat or just a lot of rhetoric in the middle of a very difficult time?
Well, there's two parts to this, Shep. First of all, yes, the threat to act is very real. We've heard it again and again from members of Prime Minister Netanyahu's government, and we heard it once again today from the Chief of Staff of the Israeli Defense Forces, the IDF, who said, quote, those who believe they can eradicate Israel and act on these beliefs will face the brunt of the IDF power. But whether there is a real plan and, even more significantly, a timetable to act is a very different question, one on which the State Department spokeswoman Victoria Nuland repeatedly refused to be drawn today. Listen.
Again, the security of our Israeli ally is of paramount concern to us. We continue to have intensive consultations about all aspects of that and to support their requirements, but we have made absolutely clear to them that our view is that there's still time for diplomacy to work.
Time for it to work. Everybody talks about time and clocks. It's probably safe to say that the clock that the Israeli government is looking at is ticking a lot closer to midnight than the one the Obama administration is currently looking at.
Interesting. What are the Iranians saying, Jonathan, in the wake of all of this?
They're essentially dismissing the Israeli threat right now. The foreign minister, Ali Akbar Salehi, was quoted in an Iranian newspaper today saying this: it is our responsibility to take these threats seriously, but Israel is not in a position to do such a thing. If they really wanted to take such a step, they would not make so much noise about it. This is more a psychological and propagandistic move. Now, that may well be right, but there's also this political calculation the Israeli government may be making, the idea that if they were to strike before the U.S. presidential elections, the Obama administration would have little choice but to support them diplomatically and possibly militarily, simply because of the power of the Jewish lobby here, Shep.
Interesting. Jonathan Hunt, thanks very much.